I've been grounded for 2 years straight. My parents fell for the lie of friends are a waste of time and everyone who's trying to befriend you will misuse you at one time. You should not socialize so you can focus on studies and shit. My parents fell for that and believing that they grounded me for 2 years straight. I didn't go to a proper school which had some IRL location or something, so I didn't get to socialize in school. I didn't have a IRL tuition. My tuitions were online. Everything that I needed to study was online. So I didn't have those means to socialize. And my parents didn't allow me to step a foot outside this house. Whenever I did, I was scolded, and there were, of course, a lot of repercussions with that, which there shouldn't be in an ideal situation, but for me, there were. So, because of all of these situations, I was unable to socialize for 2 years straight. Till 10th grade, I attended a normal, regular school, so I could at least meet people in my school for like 7 hours or whatever the school timing was. But after 10th grade, I had literally no means to meet people. They, there would be people in my gym and all, but all of them are like 25-year-olds and some random teenagers, so I didn't really talk to them either, which I should have, but there's of course a difference in age, so the connection wouldn't, not the connection, the socializing would not have been that impactful to keep me happy with such a big age gap, right? So for 2 years, no socialize. I mean, pretty much no socializing except for the times when I rebelled against my parents and snuck out of my house and shit, which is everything I could do. I had literally no other option instead of sneaking out of my house to meet my friends. And this way, life was going pretty downhill, right? I was, of course, growing in multiple aspects of my life at once, regardless of everything that was going on. But growing was very tough and mentally, it took a very great mental toll on me. Because imagine this, how will you have the motivation to, let's say, work out if you haven't met people for a month straight and you don't. Yeah, so how will you have the motivation to work out or study if you haven't satisfied the most basic human desire of socializing for a month or even 2 months straight at a time? It's gonna be pretty tough and pretty challenging. And on top of that, your parents are lecturing you every day about how you should not waste your time on friends and shit. You should use social media to talk to them. Of course, social media is not a great thing, right? Everyone knows that, but that was my only way of socializing for those 2 years because I couldn't step out of my house, so I would talk to my friends on Instagram and stuff, and that was my only socializing of the day, which is, of course, not enough at all. It's like level one of socializing, and going out of your house is the most basic level. So, back when I wasn't socializing, everything went downhill. It felt like I'm not progressing towards anything. Although, looking back right now, I did progress, of course, but in the moment, I felt like I'm not progressing. And of course, the progress wasn't that optimal either, it was pretty slow. Also, focusing on my academics and all was pretty tough when I didn't have a social life. Because every day I would think about how my friends are probably meeting right now and having fun while I'm here stuck at home and trying to study. But of course, I'm not able to study. My mind always wandered off to the thought of what if I was meeting my friends right now? How life would be better right now if I had some means to socialize. So that was a pretty lonely phase of my life, right? And that lasted till my finals of 12th grade ended. Now, after that, I didn't have any huge task coming up regarding academics, so my parents couldn't really say anything to keep me inside my house because there was literally no reason. Everything's over, my finals are over, my college applications are over, so I was able to step out of my house finally without any repercussions. you could say so. There were of course time limits and shit, which is pretty annoying, but at least I'm getting to go out of my house and I don't even follow the time limits anyways because I'm a bad boy. Now, after my finals ended, I started socializing way more, and I'm talking meeting people every day, pretty much every day, or at least 6 days of a week. So my social life was here for a while, and then it shot up, right? Meeting people once every 2 months or so, that too while sneaking out and meeting them for 1 hour and coming back. Also being stressed on the entire meetup, hoping that my parents don't catch me. All of that took a huge mental toll on me while socializing as well. When I was at this stage, when I was grounded. Now I was right here, right? That was a huge leap. I had no fear of if my parents catch me, what's gonna happen, or there's a time limit on me, so I should probably leave early or whatever. There was no FOMO at all, and life became pretty great after that leap in social life. And the thing is, it didn't only improve my social life, right? Everything that I'm working on in my life shot up at once at the same time, only while focusing on my social life. Not coincidentally, there's of course a reason for it, but everything in my life shot up at once. It started progressing way faster. And at this point, I really feel like I am progressing. Unlike my previous version, which felt like I'm not progressing at all and I'm just stuck at one place, I'm stuck in a rut. Right now, I feel like life's progressing pretty fast, and there's of course visual indicators of progress as well, right? Like for example, I'm going to the gym, so my muscles are getting way bigger right now. My diet is literally on point. When I was not socializing as much, I don't know why. I mean, I probably do know why. It's because I felt so lonely that I needed something to fill that void up, right? So I would not focus on my diet. I would slack off on my diet, be lazy, just eat random shit, eat a lot of sugars and all. And my diet wasn't that on point. And I also had the excuse, at least I thought so that it's a valid excuse, but it wasn't, that I shouldn't cook my own food so I could save time to study. But of course, when you have a poor diet, you can't study with full focus. You'd rather have 1 hour of completely full focused minded study instead of 5 hours of half minded study, right? So I didn't even cook my own food, and of course, my parents follow the usual Indian diet of just 500 million billion trillion kilograms of carbohydrates and zero point 0.1 grams of protein. I used to eat that shit, and my physique went down. My muscles started diminishing. I couldn't work out as much because I was feeling tired and fatigued all the time. I didn't recover properly. My sleep was fucked up because I don't know why whenever I eat a lot of whenever I eat a carb heavy diet, my sleep isn't that great. So all of that went downhill. But right now, life is amazing, man. I'm eating, well, I don't know if this really matters, but my exact diet is like 500 grams of chicken every day with some rice, and then at night I have 6 eggs. I think that's a pretty solid diet, right? I'm also taking creatine and shit finally. My parents, of course, don't approve. They think creatine is poison or something, so I keep it hidden right in this cupboard behind like 10 bags or so. So that stays hidden, and I'm able to take creatine as well right now. So everything feels great. My workouts are way better. My, you know, my endurance for pain has increased by a great amount, right? I can push myself to failure way more right now. And before this, I used to just train till mild discomfort because I I don't know why. I just felt like putting down the weight whenever I felt just some sort of discomfort in my muscles. But right now, I'm pushing past that discomfort. I'm going to literal failure where my arms don't even move. I can't lift for like 2 minutes. I can't even move my arms for a minute or so. That's how hard I'm training right now. All because my diet is up, and of course, when my diet is up, there's more energy. My diet is on point, so my physique is getting better like every day, and it feels great because I had lost a lot of muscle in the past 6 months because I couldn't work out consistently because all of the stress that was going on in my life. I couldn't even sleep properly, so all of that took a negative impact on my muscles. But right now, I'm not only gaining that back, but also moving past that. So my physique is the best that it has been right now. And all of this is because I socialized more. And I say this because imagine this, you're gonna meet people every day. So of course the loneliness void there is not going to be there anymore. I don't feel the need to satisfy my taste buds and shit because I'm already pretty happy with life. I don't need another vice to keep me happy. So that's one reason. Another reason is, imagine the slight pressure that I might have as an insecure kid, which should be a bad thing, but in this case it is helpful to me, right? Because I used to be insecure all my life. So the same insecure kid is meeting people every day. Now there's of course going to be a slight pressure to look at my best, and to look my best, I'm obviously not gonna eat shit, and I'm not gonna skip my workouts. So because of that slight pressure, I'm able to maintain my diet pretty well. So whenever I feel like slacking off on my diet and having a cheat meal or some, in my mind I'm thinking that if I'm gonna meet people today and I have this cheat meal, my mind won't work at its best. Obviously, I'll be slow and whatnot. And also, my skin might fuck up. I might get some acne breakout or something if there's a lot of oil. Maybe my workout won't be the best, so my pump won't be that great. There's so many factors that one cheat meal could ruin this social event. So I just skip on that cheat meal. I gain a newfound motivation to fuck you. I gain a newfound motivation to keep my diet proper, keep my diet clean every day, and cook my own food. Yeah, of course, right? I cook my own food because that's the best way to, not the best way, it's the best way with the least money to keep your food monitored is if you cook it yourself because, of course, you can trust your own eyes and shit. The best way is probably like hiring a personal chef who you can trust, but not, I'm not, I'm broke, I'm too broke for that. So I can't do that. So the next best thing is cooking your own food, and I do that. And the food I cook is amazing. I'm telling you all, I should probably be a chef, man. My friend who doesn't even like sandwiches fell in love with sandwiches after eating my sandwich. My sandwich. So this is how meeting people every day, socializing every day, improved my diet, which of course improved my looks. And because it improved my looks, I feel the need to socialize more because if I'm looking at my best, I want to meet everyone possible. I want to meet every bitch. My better looks, of course, improve my social confidence and my social skills, which again leads me back to that social pressure that I have to look at my best, which gives me the clean diet. And it's a fucking loop, man. It's an infinite positive loop. And I'm glad to be stuck in this loop. I hope I never get out of this loop. And I wish I would because I'm so sigma. Another great thing about this lifestyle is that even though I have less time because I'm getting time to socialize more, and I'm also cooking my food. So of course there's gonna be lesser hours in the day. I'm also getting proper sleep and all. So technically I have less time to be productive, but the productivity has increased by like 3 folds at least, man. And it is because every time I decide to do something productive. I'm not saying that cooking your own food and socializing is not productive, but by productive I mean something that would help me earn money, if you get what I mean. So whenever I decide to do something productive in that sense, I'm way more productive, and that is because every second that I use in that moment is 100% productive without my mind wandering off to like, what if others are having fun and I'm missing out? Because I am the one having fun right now. So I don't need to think about what if others are having fun. There's no FOMO for me. And that has led to like total mindfulness and complete um a completely productive routine. So I'm waking up, cooking my own food, meditating, going to the gym, recording and editing my videos. I'm not studying for now, but let me chill, man. I've studied too much. And what is? I'm socializing, of course. I've also learned a lot of new skills, and those are playing snooker and gambling. So this is how just improving my social life, improved everything in my life, and I totally believe that this is the 100% right path to take in life, to focus on your social life so you can be more productive overall.